Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself first. My name is Arrum Azzahra Rusli and I'm from 5 ATA State Polytechnic of Sriwijaya in Public Sector Accounting Department. In this moment, I'm going to present about giving and receiving feedback. So let's begin to the presentation. Giving effective feedback. First, concentrate on the behavior, not the person. Balance the content, be specific, be realistic, own the feedback, be timely, and offer continuing support. First is concentrate on the behavior, not the person. One strategy is to open by stating the behavior in question, then describing how you feel about it, and ending with what you want. This model enables you to avoid sounding accusatory by using I and focusing on behaviors instead of assumed interpretations. For example, I haven't seen you in a class in a week. I'm worried that you are missing important information. Can we meet soon to discuss it? Instead of, you obviously don't care about this course. The next is balance the content. Use the sandwich approach. Begin by providing comments on specific strengths. This provides reinforcement and identifies the things the recipient should keep doing. Then identify specific areas of improvement and ways to make sense. Conclude with positive comments. This model helps to bolster confidence and keep the weak areas in perspective. For example, your presentation was great. You made good eye contact and were well prepared. You were a little hard to hear at the back of the room, but with some practice, you can overcome this. Keep up the good work. Instead of, you didn't speak loudly enough. However, the presentation went well. The next is be specific. Avoid general comments that may be of limited use to the receiver. Try to include examples to illustrate your statement. As well, offering alternatives rather than just giving advice allows the receiver to decide what to do with your feedback. Then, be realistic. Feedback should focus on what can be changed. It is useless and frustrating for recipients to get comment on something over which they have no control. Also, remember to avoid using the words always and never. People's behavior is rarely that consistent. On the feedback. When offering evaluative comments, use the pronoun I rather than they or one, which would imply that your opinion is universally agreed on. Remember that feedback is merely your opinion. The next is be timely. Seek an appropriate time to communicate your feedback. Being prompt is key since feedback loses its impact if delayed too long. Delayed feedback can also cause feeling of guilt and resentment in the recipient if the opportunity for improvement has passed. As well, if your feedback is primarily negative, take time to prepare what you will say or write. Then, offer continuing support. Feedback should be a continuous process, not a one-time event. After offering feedback, make a conscious effort to follow up. Let recipients know you are available if they have questions, and if appropriate, ask for another opportunity to provide more feedback in the future. Receiving effective feedback. First, listen to the feedback given. Second, be aware of your responses. Third, be open. Fourth, understand the message. Fifth, reflect and decide what to do. And the last is follow up. So the first is listen to the feedback given. This means being receptive to new ideas and different opinions. Often, there is more than one way of doing something, and others may have a completely different viewpoint of a given topic. You may learn something worthwhile. You can then organize them into your introductions, your main content, and your conclusion. Make sure you do enough research to support your points. The next is be aware of your responses. Your body language and tone of voice often speak louder than words. Try to avoid putting up barriers. If you look distracted and bored, then sends a negative message as well. Attentiveness, on the other hand, indicates that you value what someone has to say and puts both of you at ease. Reflect and decide what to do. This means no interrupting. Hear the person out and listen to what they are really saying, not what you assume that will say. You can absorb more information if you are concentrating on listening and understanding rather than being defensive and focusing on your response. So the next is understand the message. Make sure you understand what is being said to you, especially before responding to the feedback. Ask questions for clarification if necessary. Listen actively by repeating key points so that you know you have interpreted the feedback correctly. In a group environment, ask for others' feedback before responding. As well, when impossible, be explicit as to what kind of feedback you are seeking beforehand so you are not taken by surprise. Listen to the feedback given. Assess the value of the feedback, the consequences of using it or ignoring it, and then decide what to do because of it. Your response is your choice. If you disagree with the feedback, consider asking for a second opinion from someone else. So the last is follow up. There are many ways to follow up on feedback. Sometimes, your follow-up will simply involve implementing the suggestions given to you. In other situations, you might want to set up another meeting to discuss the feedback or to resubmit the revised work. Okay, I think that's all of my presentation. Thank you for your attention and thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.